What's up, banana bunch? Bunch? Bunch?
Welcome to the Junglejims podcast. What's up, Banana Bunch? You know what time it is. It's time for another episode of the Junglejims podcast. I'm your host, Mark. You hear that crinkling? That's the weekly ad. Look, a lot of you have been asking about some of the deals I've been teasing. Now, I brought in Jayna, one of my favorite co-hosts on the show. I'm upgrading her to that level. She's not just a guest anymore. She's been on here a lot. And I even texted Jayna while I was editing this week's episode to say, wow, you're such a great guest. And realistically, you'd be a great co-host too. So anyway, thanks, Jayna. And Jayna's going to talk about a lot of deals that we have in the deli. So stay tuned for those. I'll tease a few of them. She's got some great stuff running with Eckridge Farms. We're testing out a bunch of Panera soups this week because they're doing like a BOGO deal. But over there, I saw some stuff. Rana Pasta, I believe it's pronounced Rana. They're doing buy one, get one on all their stuff. We've got choice grade New York strip steaks at $7.99 a pound. We had a great Pepsi deal last week, and Pepsi and 7-Up hooking us up again this week, where they're doing these. Actually, I actually saw this on Reddit, and I commented. So if any of you are in the Cincinnati subreddit, come say hi. But I saw everybody was mad at a a competitor for the pricing on their six packs of these 16.9 ounce bottles. They're like $4 everywhere else, but we have them for $2, and it looks like there's just a limit of 4 at that sale price. But that's a great deal. Our friends at King's Hawaiian are out here doing us another solid with the lowest price in the country, $2.99 a thing of rolls. Here's what's from the Borison collection. Oh wait, one more before I get there. Lay's, Snyder of Berlin, not Snyder's of Hanover. There's 2 different brands. Mike Sells, Cons, Popcorners, Utz, and Zapp's chips. They are all at $1.99. Now, if you are unfamiliar with any of those brands, come in and try the Zapp's. Zapp's makes this voodoo chip. It's like a Creole version of the all dressed you've heard about from Canada. So it's like a little barbecue, a little vinegar. I gotta give a shout out to my friend Carrie Newton for this. Carrie's an artist. We met because I loved her art. And then one day I just happened to see her traveling to Cincinnati. She was at Junglejims. I'm like, well, boy, do I have a secret for you. But she's been an ardent supporter. Got in a car wreck this week, and she's the type of friend who literally sent me a care package. Unbelievably unexpected. Carrie, you're the greatest. And thank you for letting me know about how great Zapp's chips are. And now that we've got voodoo chips in there, I'm going to continue to gain weight. So anyway, like I said, from the Borison collection, this is one I've been really excited about. This is another one of those I got a guy deals. So shout out to Lou upstairs. You're killing it, Lou. He's been doing, oh wow, buy one, get 3 free fruit punch. The longer I look at this ad, the better the deals become. This is great. But the 2 I saw that I'm really hyped about is that Lou brought in this Papa Charlie's. It's like a Chicago brand. Lou's a Chicago boy, so we love Chicago. And it's a seasoned, like an Italian style seasoned beef in au jus. It's a 4-pound tub of beef for $13.99. It's probably one of the best values I picked up. I'm going to make it tonight for dinner, so we'll see if it's as amazing as it looks. I have a feeling it will be. Lou knows his thing, his stuff. I almost said the other S word. I can't do that in the first minute of the show. There's so many great things here. Again, I don't want to steal anything from Jayna's thunder because she'll talk about some stuff. The most requested item I've been getting texts about this week is that we have that Farm Rich brand. They have it's frozen mozzarella sticks, but it's like enough to feed like a band of people. There are so many in there, and that's only $6.99 right now. And I think those boxes are normally like $15. So anyway, to all of you who keep texting me to see if we have stuff in stock, I'll recommend this. Check out the Junglejims app, now available on Android and iOS. You can find stock of products. You can search in the store. You can see things like, hey, look, Sparkling Ice just came out with a line of new beverages that are teamed up with Starburst. And you know what? I've got one right here. So let's just take a little sip of this. This is the cherry flavor. I'm super stoked on these. I love the Sparkling Ice. Look, I'm a beverage guy. You can't even see. I've got a new mascot in here along the lines of Flat Mark, and you'll eventually see him on the show. But he's a beverage, so I'm happy about that. Let's try this. I'm super excited. Look, I know most people are like a pink strawberry guy. I like that. Or person, whatever. You don't need to be gendered. I am a cherry. I'm a cherry one. If you can nail cherry, you can nail them all, in my opinion. But it smells just like the Starburst. I tried the lemon earlier, and it was great. So I have high hopes for this. Let's find out together. That's crazy. You ever try something, you're just like, how do they nail that flavor? And I guess it's probably easier in this sense since some flavor chemists has combined this already and made it. But damn, 0 sugar Starburst, huh? Cool. Well, my liver is looking forward to this. That is crazy delicious. These are 99 cents. They're new in the jungle. Come get them now. Okay, so like I said, my big feature this week on the show is Jayna and I going through all of the Panera soups because she's running a deal on that. She'll talk about some of the other deals in the deli. But I want to start the show off with I'll call Josh a friend. I never like to call people my friend because I'm always like, I don't want to put that responsibility on you. You're going to have to make this relationship real. But Josh is one of the kings of marketing at TCHO Chocolates. And I know probably a year or so ago, we did a little something on the show together. Well, not he and I, but me and the chocolates. And they were amazing. And so I saw they were cooking up something fun for the Super Bowl, and it sounded super weird. And I was like, Josh, we got to do something. And he was like, oh, weird timing. I'm actually sending you a DM asking you for your address. So Josh sent me something really crazy. They're called Choco Nachos. Now, if you have not had TCHO Chocolate before, this is like, I wouldn't call it a prank because it's not a prank. There's no ill will here, but it is not like a regular piece of chocolate. I'll let them describe it in full because we had Josh and like the head chocolatier, Brad, on the show, and you can meet them here in a minute. And it's weird. I've had a lot of people try it, and you'll hear them say this too. It's definitely a hit or miss product. I personally thought it was kind of awesome. It was... Wow, that's very carbonated. It was delicious. It hit all the notes. It tasted like nachos. It didn't taste like chocolate. It's not sweet. It was very savory. It was spicy. I really enjoyed it. I had a couple friends that stopped by yesterday. Shelly and John, nice to see you in the store. They both liked it. That was cool. And Josh, this one's for you. I did bring it to Jungle, who was not on the fan list, didn't love it, interrupted a meeting of his to do that, which I thought was very fun. That was the real prank. And then Jungle calls me later on to go like, that was a joke product, right? And I was like, yeah, it was a joke, Jungle. Sorry about that. And he goes, no, that's great. He's like, is their actual chocolate good? And I was like, oh yeah, their real products are amazing. But personally, I did think the Choco Nachos. So before any further, you've heard enough from me right now. Let's go chat with Josh and Brad from TCHO Chocolate first.
This, I feel like, has been a long time coming. I've been creeping on all of you on social media for a long time, but now I'll consider us friends. I'm joined by Josh and Brad from TCHO Chocolate. Welcome, gentlemen.
What's going on?
I planned that poorly. I'm like, I'll say both of their names. You guys can talk over each other. It's your mic on. It's your mic. No, I'm kidding. Well, here, Josh, you start first. Let's go around the room. Just tell me who you are, why you're here today.
Yeah, Josh Moore, head up marketing here at TCHO Chocolate. And we've, kind of always gone back and forth on the social medias and stuff. So it's fun to actually be talking live to you. Thanks for having us on.
Oh, of course, you're welcome. Yeah, we're more than just a digital avatar now.
Yes, we are.
And Brad, how about you?
I'm Brad Kinzer. I'm the head chocolate maker here at TCHO. Been doing craft chocolate for a while now, and just excited to chat with you. I've been a fan online and all that for a while, and just great to see you.
Well, thanks, Brad. Likewise.
Yeah.
Well, I think this might be a good question for you to start off. Why don't you talk to me a little bit about the history of TCHO Chocolate before we dive into the fun thing that we're trying today?
Sure thing. Yeah. So TCHO was founded by a bunch of people that were kind of visionaries in their respective fields. We had a NASA space shuttle technologist. We had the founders of Wired magazine. We had a German chocolate engineer. About 2006 or so, we were founded, and with just kind of the idea of how can we explore chocolate in a new way, and that sort of can be found reflected in our company in a lot of different ways, from our sustainability models to how we how we make chocolate, what our philosophy is, the different flavors that we create as well, and products. So we've been around we started in San Francisco. We're now over in Berkeley, and we've got a great team, small company, but we're proud of what we do. We are organic, we're fair trade, we're B Corp certified. And we recently, last couple of years, we went completely plant-based, which was a big creative challenge, and also a lot of fun. So
that's got to make you all really unique in this space too, right? Because I mean, if you can't tell, I enjoy a good amount of chocolate, and haven't found too many dairy-free competitors, really.
There's definitely some out there. I think there's more and more interest in seeing seeing what could be done with dairy alternatives and all that. But we're pretty excited for it. We felt like there was room for better products in that segment a few years ago, and kind of went for it. And it's been challenging but fun.
That's awesome. You guys mentioned a little bit about like some of the philosophy. Josh, why don't maybe you can touch on that for me a little bit about some of the CHO philosophy and how you are out there spreading the word.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think one of the things that really separates CHO from the pack, and it's really tough in the chocolate space, let alone the craft chocolate space. There's a million brands. There's a million different flavors, but at the same time, there's very few flavors, right? If you look at the data and everything, people like dark chocolate, people like nuts, people like salt, so you end up with a bunch of brands that kind of look similar on shelf. Most of the best sellers are like an almond and sea salt, or a caramel and sea salt, or whatever. So, one of the things that CHO has done, and we've got a whole food service line as well. So baking chocolates, cocoa powder, and everything. This philosophy extends into that. One of the things CHO's done really well over the years is just really come out with flavors that make you think and sound interesting off the cuff and make you want to try it. We've got a single origin Peruvian cacao, which we call fruity. And in the baking side of things, when we launched it, it was a very, very good, crisp, dark chocolate, little tart, little fruit forward note. And it was just that little bit of difference within chefs' minds that just kind of put us on the map there. So we kind of try to, and we've got a bunch of examples of that, but obviously this is one of the craziest examples we've ever come up with of just, trying to intrigue with chocolate. So we use the word intrigue a lot internally, and we want to intrigue through flavors. So when we really talk about what we want to do as a brand, that flavor that we land on has got to be something that's super interesting, and not always totally at a left field like this one is. But this one really kind of hits the intrigue factor more than anything we've ever done.
Yeah, I mean, to put it mildly, and again, I'm going to try and bury the lead as long as possible. When you mention some of the intriguing flavors, what are some other intriguing flavors that maybe are less of a wild swing than what we're talking about today?
Yeah, we've done a lot of unusual flavors. Most of them kind of stay in the lab scale, people in the factory and
Sure.
in the office kind of, tasting. We do have a small batch program that we've been running for several years that's kind of focused on, very small batches, making a little bit more unusual ingredients with a little bit more creative license, and also being able to make them a little more expensive ingredients if need be, that kind of thing. So we have a partnership with the Monterey Bay Aquarium, actually, which is a great aquarium out here, and world-class spot. And we did actually a seaweed and hand harvested sea salt dark chocolate. So it's basically a dark chocolate, but it just has a little bit of an unusual twist in that it has a seaweed inclusion. The seaweed is grown by a guy just off the shores in Monterey Bay, and he's the largest seaweed farmer in North America, apparently. So he grows this stuff right in these big tanks with fresh seawater that comes in, and he's a seaweed scientist, so he knows his stuff, and he's growing all these different unusual varieties and species of seaweed. So that one's really fun. We get to visit the little farm and everything, and so some things like that. We did an umami bar, which had fermented black garlic and shiitake mushroom, and what else? And kombu seaweed, actually, another type of seaweed that we use. So that was kind of a polarizing one, but sort of fun. Definitely sold out quickly. So yeah, it's just a fun space. Cocoa is such a great medium to play with, and it can be the brown stuff, it can be dark, it can be milky, it can be very like white and creamy, like almost like a creamy vanilla ice cream base that plays well with a lot of different flavors. So it's a neat medium to play with from a culinary perspective. So
Yeah, I mean, there's so much versatility, and and when you guys first mentioned that these were coming my way, I was like, okay, I'm intrigued, because my first thought was like, this can. I'm in my head, I was like, I'm assuming it's gonna be all savory, right? And it's one of those things that, like, again, I look. Let me not bury this anymore, folks. These are Choco Nachos, okay, and according to the packaging, super loaded nachos with jalapenos in cheesy chocolate bites. And I got to tell you all, this blew my mind. Although I think we use different verbiage that I will save from the podcast. I used a much more aggressive terminology, but these legitimately blew my mind. I had no idea what to expect going in. I'm going to take a bite right now on camera, because I know, like you said, some of these wild swings can be polarizing. I'm pro on this one. I know some of my friends didn't agree with me, but this is a really public forum for them to find out they were wrong. But I like, legit. I mean, when I took a bite of this, instantly, my first thought was that you all magically captured the experience of taking a bite of a plate of nachos in every taste. I get that, like, slight note of beef, right? Like taco beef. I get the spice from the jalapenos. You get those flavors. The chocolate does taste sort of cheesy. I guess where I'm going with this one, Brad, what were you doing?
Why did you do this, Brad?
Well,
You.
I don't want to take too much time explaining this, but if we take a step back, it all begins with the cocoa bean. And the cocoa bean is this tropical seed. It grows in cocoa pods. Many people have absolutely no idea. They've never seen it. But every single piece of chocolate that you've ever eaten has come from this really bizarre Dr. Seuss looking cocoa tree, right? Or also known as the cacao tree. And that seed that's in the cocoa pod, the cocoa bean or the cacao bean, it's a seed. It's a high fat tropical seed. And it's loaded with all these bitter astringent chemicals in there to deter things from eating it. If you've ever had a piece of unsweetened baker's chocolate or something, you know what I'm talking about. But there's the other component. So the component of the seed is basically, if you grind it down, you make an unsweetened chocolate. You can take and separate the fat, and you have the fat, which is cocoa butter, and then the brown stuff is what we know as cocoa powder, right? So if we start there, this is kind of the basics of chocolate 101. But basically, that cocoa butter the fat is hard at room temperature. And so that's very unusual if you think about other seeds: peanuts, almonds, hazelnuts, cashews, sesame, you name it. Most other seeds, the fat is liquid at room temperature, but for cocoa, it's hard at room temperature, right? Like cocoa butter. And so what that provides is this unusual delivery mechanism for flavor. And so that's kind of where this all came from, is a sort of this food sciencey thought experiment that came to life. And we've done it with a number of different things, but this one is probably the most far out there. But basically, if you take that cocoa butter and you put something, and you can put things into it, whether it's corn tortilla chips and jalapenos and cilantro and all these things, that, as we did with this one, or if it's you could put anything in there. You could put broccoli or something like that in there. You could grind it down. You could be you can think as strangely as you'd like. But if you put something and you grind it into this cocoa butter, you can actually take that ground, whatever it might be, flavored cocoa butter or chocolate, and you can temper it, just, like the process of changing the temperature of that liquid chocolate, as you might do with you dipping a strawberry or something. You can temper that, and you can pour it into a mold. And in this case, we put it in these little squares. But that's kind of this is sort of the original idea. Was like, what an amazingly strange and beautiful delivery mechanism for flavor this stuffed cocoa butter is, right? And so that was always sort of in our heads, just as a chocolate making team. It was like, this has been going on for 20 years, really thinking of different ideas. But this one was really the spark of it. For this one came, I'm from Philadelphia originally, the Philadelphia Eagles. rest in peace. they they were doing quite well in the 2017 season. I was getting excited. I thought, what could I do? I feel like these guys are going to go to the Super Bowl. Could we do some kind of a bar? I tried doing a Philly cheesesteak, didn't really work out, and then we ended up with this nachos idea, and we made this batch of nachos. It was just kind of a joke. I brought it to the Super Bowl party. Some friends tried it, and they were like, this is disgusting, and then others were like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever had. And so, if you're expecting chocolate, it's going to blow you away. Right. So time passed, and later, I made another little batch of it, and some other people, especially people in the chocolate making community, I think they appreciate what a strange and fun idea it is. Anyway, this is, years later, it just kind of kept surfacing, resurfacing. And here we are, right?
and
yeah,
I've been here for 4 years, and literally it just kept resurfacing, because we would be doing something in our factory, we would have a guest in, we'd be talking about, like, the Monterey Bay people would be in, we'd be talking about what we're gonna do with their chocolate, and Brad would be like, hey, come back in the lab, come check this out. And he'd pull out little cheesy chocolates to give the people, and it was like always coming up, and it was just kind of this crazy unique thing that Brad always had in his back pocket. So this year we were like, hey, let's do it, let's put it out to the public. That exact same thing Brad went through, in 2017, 2018, like, let's see if people will take this to their Super Bowl parties and try it. So here it is.
I mean, legitimately, I know I've already said multiple times I'm team amazing on this one, but now I'm only going, Brad, I need to try the chocolate Philly cheesesteak.
No, you don't. No, I will tell you definitively.
What about it didn't work for you guys? Because now I'm like workshopping in my head. I want to get that taste in it.
Well, but we could collab on it. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
No, it's really the beef thing. It's
Sure.
how do you do beef that tastes well, now in our case, now we're vegan, right? So that makes
Right.
it more challenging in some ways. But yeah, it's like, how do you get the softness of the beef? I don't know. There's something there. We did a kimchi freeze dried kimchi with Korean style beef jerky in it once. They would do a dark chocolate. That was another strange one.
That sounds really strange.
Yeah.
That also sounds really good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess really this episode is not about this. This is about me announcing that I'm leaving junglejims to come work in the R&D factory at Joe.
Come on over.
We could use some help.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. How fun is your day to day, Brad? Like, you got to be loving this, right?
It's in some ways I think these sorts of things are almost like a pressure release valve. Like, it's just like, okay, we're doing all this stuff, we're so busy, and then it's like, I just have to take this weird idea and just bring it to life, even if it's just for me and two other people to taste it. So sometimes that's the case. It's definitely fun. I mean, we're lucky, Gene Wilder and Roald Dahl set the stage right. for a lot of Americans to kind of romanticize the chocolate factory and the madness behind it. So it's fun. We have a lot of creative flexibility to be able to do that. I'm really grateful for Josh and his team to be able to kind of run with some of these things, and they have wacky ideas too, by the way. So it's fun. We kind of feed off each other. My favorite part of the job is just chatting with people in the office, in the factory, and kind of hearing their ideas, thinking about it. Oh, could we do that? How could we do this? Making something fun. I think that's what we're trying to capture with this is, it's definitely polarizing, this bar. It's not for everyone. But
we
it's
need
fun
a little of that, a little taste controversy here and there. So wait,
there you
Josh,
go, right?
I got to toss this to you too, Josh. What are some weird swings? Do you have any that you've wanted to have made that maybe haven't come to fruition yet?
I mean, just wait till we come out with the salad bar collaboration with Hidden Valley Ranch. I mean, come on. Nobody actually likes eating salad, but
no. And I personally have a vendetta against the Hidden Valley Ranch, so now I'm incredibly intrigued. But I think people would listen. I live in the Midwest. If you guys could create bricks of it keeps disappearing on my green screen. If you could create bricks of ranch dressing, I could give you an entire population of people who would buy them at a disgusting frequency. I'm sure.
Oh man, yeah,
that would be amazing.
Because
in my head, I'm just like, okay, what am I pairing this with? Because now that I know this is an option, I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this with another dish. You know,
Sure.
these are the kind of collabs I'm in for. That's so cool. Gosh.
Yeah, one of our production guys actually went home and melted them down and put it on tacos, and was like, "It's the best tacos I've ever had."
Yeah, I feel like it has to be. I'm like, I think I could just use a blank tortilla. An empty tortilla rather. Food's like canvas now, right?
Right.
Blank tortilla. It's like a Taylor Swift song that never made it.
It's be coming on her new album this year. She just announced. I was gonna. So now that you mentioned the good point about the vegan thing, can I ask what is giving me the chicken note that or not chicken, but like the beef note in the ear? Is that if it's a secret, that's okay too. I'm just
no, not at all. So there's a couple things that give you like the sort of the cheesy, beefy thing. So one of the my favorite parts about this development process was, we have a whole team of people here that are, California Latinos and, awesome, chefs and, do all these kinds of crazy cooking on the weekends and all that. So I'm always, kind of tasting their stuff. And so I immediately, of course, went and kind of brought this to a few of my guys, and one of the big feedback was like, you need more smoke in there, and so they were like, you got to put some like more smoked paprika. So their thing was like, you got to add a bunch of smoked paprika. That's like the foundational kind of thing. So it definitely gives it some of that smoky, meaty note, and then also there's nutritional yeast, which naturally just has this kind of meaty, cheesy thing that goes on. That's
the nooch.
Yeah, the nooch, exactly. So it's surprisingly powerful stuff. So yeah,
that's so cool. I am seriously, I can't tell you how blown away by this I am and how much fun this was for me. You know what I mean?
Great to hear. Yeah,
where we carry only insane products. So. Right. And even now that I've been here a couple of years, I'm kind of like, even like the crazy stuff normally is like, okay, well, that's not that crazy. This definitely is so what I'm hoping I can do is get Jungle to try this with me later. Because I have a feeling, I don't know what he'll think. Either way, it's going to be funny for me. It's really incredible, guys. And I'm so thankful that you've sent me some too. So thank you so much for that. I mean, I know I've been a long time for fan, but it really made my week.
No, we're big fans. So thanks for trying it. Yeah,
anytime. Is there anything I haven't covered about this or that you all would like to make sure that we said on the show before I call it?
I think just, if you are going to try it, it's kind of fun to not know what it is and not know what it's going to taste like, but it's definitely it's nice to know that it's not going to be sweet. So it's not sweet. It's more, leans much more towards the lineage of the nacho than chocolate, I'd say. So yeah.
It's definitely the spiciest chocolate we've ever done, for sure.
Yeah, it's spicy too. That's a good point. Yeah.
It's got a good amount of heat, but not too much. Look, maybe that's our potential future collab. Maybe we'll do something fun. Since this is your current spiciest, maybe when we get the Weekend of Fire Hot Sauce Festival go up there. Maybe there's a little chocolate action there. I
love it. Sounds fun.
Oh man, that's awesome. Well, gentlemen, so nice to finally actually sit down and chat with you. Thanks for coming on here too. And I look forward to whatever insane things you make next. Now, honestly, since Josh has to deal with me more than you do, Brad, I have a feeling he'll be fielding every one of my 2 a.m. half thoughts that I
send him over.
Tweet.
Send him over. Let's make some crazy stuff.
I would for it for sure.
All right, I'll send the durian your way.
Yeah, love it.
The smelliest chocolate you've ever made too.
Oh yeah, amazing. Let's do it.
Gosh. Awesome. Well, gents, have a great rest of the day. I'll go ahead and kill the recording here now.
Cool. Thanks,
Mark.
All right, now I got to figure out what we're going to collab on, guys. Hey, you know what? I talked about our interview, Josh, with one of our head buyers here, and he was like, hey, maybe there's a little action to team up on some sort of collab like you suggested in the interview. Maybe we do a private label thing together, huh? I don't know. What do you think? I mean, you can let me know. You're hopefully watching this still. But seriously, guys, well, I mean, I was serious about that request, but I am also serious in saying thanks for coming on and talking about the show. So on that, though, let's move on. Let's try way too many soups in my office, thanks to Jayna and the fine folks of Panera and their soups. Spoiler alert, they were actually way better than I thought they were going to be. If you know me, I'm not a packaged food guy generally. I like to make my stuff. I gotta say, and you'll hear me say this during the episode, I was thinking about it as I was cutting it too. I'm like, wow, those are actually honestly pretty good for someone like me who would normally go like, no, I'm not eating packaged soup. I'm just going to make it myself. So shout out to Panera. Thanks for the samples. I had a great time with it. I hope you all do too. Let's check in with Jayna and find out about some of the deals she's running too, shall we? It's soup season. Welcome back, Jayna. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Mark?
I'm great. Okay,
Good.
We have a lot of soups. You brought 14 different soups, right?
I did.
Okay, these are all Panera branded. We got some deals. Let's talk about the deals. I'm holding the mac and cheese, which we had to put in a separate receptacle because we couldn't transport. It was not designed for us to push in a shopping cart back to a podcast studio.
Correct, yes.
But what do we got going on?
Yeah, so for the Super Bowl week in the deli, as far as ads go, we've got everything Panera is like stupidly priced. Mark, you've got the original Panera mac and cheese.
Wow, look at it. It's mac and cheesy.
Super good. Now, this is the bigger portion. We also sell the little small cups, but the big size, there's 3 different flavors. This is the original. There's a broccoli and cheddar, which is delicious.
Everybody loves the Panera broccoli and cheddar soup.
It's very similar. It's like you poured that soup on top of pasta, right?
Oh, it sounds
And then
great.
there's an Asiago and tomato. And those are all going to be buy one, get one free, which is stupid cheap.
Yeah,
Oh,
that sounds
thank
great.
you. That looks so good.
It really does. It smells great too, actually.
I ate one of these for lunch one day and I was stuffed. It's a lot of mac and cheese.
So we got that. Ooh,
Yeah,
it
so
tastes
buy one, get one free on the mac and cheeses. The soups. So we have 14 different flavors of our Panera soups. We had a sale on these a couple weeks ago, and we sold over 1,000 soups during that week, which is nuts. It was awesome. Wow. This is the 32-ounce size, so this is a 2-pound container of soup, and then the normal size is your 16-ounce. If you buy a big one, you get a small one for free. Look at that. We don't typically do a lot of buy one, get one free things in the deli.
No, it's a great deal.
But Lou, our head buyer, has really hooked me up with some awesome
He's the
deals.
guy. We gotta give it up. He's that
Lou
guy.
is awesome, yes. So the soups are going to be buy a big one, get a small one free, which is super exciting. The big ones come in about 6 different flavors, and then there's 14 of the small ones. So get a big one of one that you like, and then get a small one of one you want to try.
That's perfect.
You know, all kinds of different flavors. So, and then not soup related, another awesome deal we've got, and then I'll let you eat.
I may have already tried it, and it's
you
delicious.
did? Okay.
I took a bite without you.
No,
but
that's
I thought,
fine.
Did
That's
you take
fine.
one too, or did
Not
you
yet,
just stir
because
it?
I'm talking.
That's fine.
No, you're good.
I'm just secretly eating off camera because it cuts away to you, so I can just do gross things.
No, that's fine. I love that. That's a good
too.
sound. That
I
is a
know.
great sound. Yes.
I missed my calling as a Foley artist.
You yes, you
Anyway,
did.
so I'm sorry. Go back to Deli.
No,
we got
you're
a timer today. We always try to do this short, and then it's an hour and a half of us yammering, and then we'll have
we
10
just-
seconds of Hormel at the top of the show.
Correct. Yeah, you and I just get along so well. We just talk too much. But
Yeah, right?
And then lastly, if during the Super Bowl, the week of February 5th as well, the week leading up to the Super Bowl, if you buy a pound of Eckrich pepperoni, hard salami, or Genoa salami, we are going to give you a half a pound of Old Time Colby or Colby Jack for free.
That's awesome.
For free. Just let my people will ask, hey, you want this free half pound of cheese? And if you say no, they'll just eat it.
Yeah, that's
no, I'm just kidding.
I challenge
They
them
would-
to that. As
they
a
would
matter of
love
fact,
that.
I'll take 2 pounds of the hard salami. Thank you. No cheese.
Yeah, so
that hard salami goes so hard, though. I love it.
It does.
I know I said that before.
It's doing the Eckrich line is doing really well.
That's awesome. I'm
yeah,
glad we have
people
it.
are very happy.
We love
with
a
that.
little variety here.
We do.
I brought you something to try today.
Yeah,
too.
I wanna
I've been
crack this
playing
open.
around. Olipop sent me a bunch of things to sample, so I was like having you try them with me too because you got an
Yeah.
open mind. It's a very gingery ginger ale. So
Is it?
if those
Okay.
of you out there haven't tried Olipop before, it's like a healthy soda line. I always describe
Ooh,
it,
it
and this
smells
is my
good.
description, not theirs. It's potent, but I think you might like it. It's a prebiotic, botanical, plant fiber, all that stuff. Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
It's very sweet.
yeah, they
but
call it-
like
it's-
in a good way.
Right, and
Yeah.
the thing is, there's only 5 grams of sugar in this can, and most of the line is only like 2 grams in most of the flavors.
That's very good.
Yeah, 50 calories a can. The big winner here, though, is you get some of the prebiotics, so there's 9 grams of fiber in here. So, listen, I know what you
Supports
all are
digestive
eating.
health.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great for
that's-
digestive
ooh,
health.
that's
I know what
good.
everybody's eating. You're not drinking enough water.
Oh no, what's water?
Yeah, wait till you see an episode I have that I've been cutting through where one of my buddies tells a funny story. He's born and raised in Africa, and when he first got to the States, This is a spoiler. Hi, Rome. But when he got to the States, he was telling me that people would just say things to him like, yeah, I don't really mess with water, man. And he goes, really? You know, the thing that we walked miles to get.
Yep.
Oh, crazy. What's your take on the mac and cheese?
It's really good. I'm a big fan. That's good stuff.
I'm picky about mac and cheese because it's one of those dishes. It's so easy to make. So when it's not good, I'm very mad about it.
This is good stuff. The sauce isn't, it's almost like an Alfredo kind of texture.
Yeah, for sure.
And this pasta is just chewy enough. It's not overdone.
Yeah, it kind of has a similar vibe to Alfredo in general, actually. I like the flavor of the sauce. I'm in. Off to a great start.
Yeah, that's
now, I know we're going to switch bowls every time, but I'm going to try to be slightly less wasteful on this first round. I'm going to double up since mac and cheese is not a soup.
No, it's fine. Let me just finish mine off. And
I know.
I'll
How
let
dare
you
you?
talk. Go ahead.
Well, okay. The one I've been most curious about in the line, and we'll name them as we go, but this Greek-style lemon chicken soup sounds so good, like out of the whole lineup. And it's soup season, you know?
Definitely. Yes.
Oh, it smells great. How should I do this? You know, without the public...
Go ahead and just stir it. Stir it.
Let me get a loose stirring spoon. Do we keep those?
I can't find them. Hold on.
There we go. I know you and I are cool with this, but you know someone in the comments. Although I'm hot on rage bait right now. Someone in the comments going to be like, "Oh, you shared out of the same bowl." I'm like, "Yeah, listen, I'm trying to get a week off work. Give me COVID." You know. Okay, that's good. Ooh, yeah. I need a little piece of the green. Here you go. And I'll use our serving spoon there.
Yes.
So Greek lemon chicken. I love that this is our day. You're like, hey, what if we had lunch and we just turned it into the show?
That's kind of what we're doing, Mark. You and I just kind of get together and talk and eat, and it's the highlight of my week. So
yeah, I love when you come and do this too. So thank you for taking the time to do it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, that's great.
It's not super warm probably still, but
it's okay. It's almost like it's difficult to microwave 14 giant cups of soup.
It was really hard.
14 pounds of soup.
It took us like half an hour, and now they're cold already.
It's fine.
This is a good light
delicious.
soup. Mm-hmm. It is good.
It's kind of like a, the way I would describe this was like an elevated chicken noodle.
It is, yeah. And I like the little hint of lemon. It makes it a little, it's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, it's that thing that I'm like, oh, should I be putting lemon in all of my chicken-based soups? I think the answer is yes.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I
like this one.
Okay, well, we're off to a great start.
Winner.
I'm going to let you pick the next one now.
Ooh, all right. Well, let's go with, I'm just going to stack mine up just like that. Look at that.
Move.
All right, let's do.
The flavor out.
Oh, I grabbed two of the same. Oh no!
Oh no!
What have I done?
Uh-oh, revealing it online. So we got to try that one twice.
We're missing one of them, and I don't know which one it is. Let's do. I don't know. Chicken and wild rice.
Chicken and wild rice. Keeping it in the chicken fam.
Creamy chicken and wild rice.
It's gonna be very funny to just keep how tall can we stack these?
Yes. This is my store manager, Kathy Dick's favorite soup. She's a big supporter of this soup. Thank you, Kathy.
We love it.
Yes. This is
Kathy Dick cracks me up.
She's a wonderful lady.
I get to have the fun relationships with everybody here, right? Like it's sort of the nature of my job, right? Because I don't really affect the store traffic directly. Mm-hmm. So for the most part, since I'm just like in my own little lane, like I said, I get to have fun relationship with them. And she cracked me up. She told me the funniest thing when I had a sandwich named after me this year.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I think maybe we talked about it last time we were on, so I won't tell the story again. But Kathy, it's still one of the funniest things anyone said to me here, and it makes my day every time I think about it. I always think of that sentence.
That's how you know she likes you if she picks on you.
I have a weird comment. I don't like this one as much.
Really?
No. It's fine. It's not bad. But I have this weird...
Oh, God, I'm scared.
Yeah, you will be scared.
Spit it out.
It tastes like you took chicken soup and added ice cream to it.
Well, it's also still lukewarm.
Well, it's creamy, too.
It is creamy.
Yeah. Listen, I've been eating cold room temperature beans out of a can for the internet. I'm down.
It's not my favorite. It's good, though.
The creaminess is what's throwing me a little bit. I do like it.
So
the
you
rice
don't
tastes
like
great.
cream, Mark?
I normally would love it. You know what? I want to throw this out in general. Of the two big clumps that I've already taken of just these first two soups, the surprisingly large pieces of chicken.
Oh, I'm so choked up about it.
I guess.
No, the chicken.
I like you too.
Yeah, big pieces of chicken in these, especially the chicken noodle. You'll notice that too, and it's good.
Yeah, that's
good
crazy.
quality. All right. So put
That was
one to
good.
the side.
Okay.
All right. Next. Pick one.
Let's see. Let's go baked potato.
Baked
down
potato?
there. That sounds good.
Okay.
I'm glad you liked the Olipop, by the way.
I did.
It's really
Is that our? Do we need another spoon?
Oh no, I have the
You got
this
the
guy
scooper?
here. Yeah.
Let's give this a little.
I
stir
did
here.
just spray the table, wipe it down with Lysol right beforehand.
That's fine. It's good
So
for
I can do it
digestive
again.
tract.
That's the only bad part of this table is it shows everything.
Good old bok. And there's like huge chunks of potato in this.
Yeah.
That's good. Try it out, man. Oh,
I almost
With
did the
your
same thing before.
fingers.
Yeah, I will. Don't tempt me, Jayna. I will do it. This is funny. I love that the Super Bowl episode is just going to be us trying all the... No.
It's cold.
I forgot my... No. I meant to get my third bowl.
Oh, no. You're going to mix
It's
them
fine.
together?
And they're
Oh,
both
it's
creamy at
chicken.
least,
That's
so
true.
it could be
That's true.
worse. I'll just skim off the top. There we go. Let me get a little chunky boy.
This one needs some shredded cheese and bacon on top of it.
As in the words of my grandmother, when in doubt, add cheese.
Yes, absolutely. Everything's better with cheese.
That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. You know what I like about that?
It's a nice
It was
potato
something I
soup.
was scared about. I thought it was going to be really salty.
No, it's not at all.
It's like almost not salty.
None of their soups are super salty. Like
That's
the,
crazy.
The broccoli cheddar, I need it to be a little more salty because I'm a salt fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like they've got a decent amount in there. So, well, I mean, I'm looking at the clam chowder because maybe that's not a good indicator. But some of the, I mean, for a packaged soup, most of them seem to be kind of on the lower side. That's crazy. It's the first time I've ever had a potato soup where I really tasted the potato.
Yes, it's very potato forward.
Yeah.
It almost tastes like a homemade. Like my sister makes a killer potato soup. Similar. Yeah. Becca's is better though.
Jayna's sister.
Yeah, Becca.
Becca?
Shout out to Becca.
Come on out.
Yeah.
Make me some soup.
What
if we did
She's
that?
a great cook.
What if I had a soup date in here and
Yeah.
I just invited a bunch of people and we could do like a soup for all?
Yeah.
And we'd all make a soup of some sort. We'd all bring it in and we get like communal style so we could serve it separately to each other.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a fun bit.
She'd be down for it.
Yeah. All right, Becca. We're friends now.
All right. That's good.
Yeah, that was good.
Good stuff.
I'll take a bowl too.
This is gonna be like
That's what I'm hoping
teetering
for.
when we're done.
I'd
It's
like
gonna
this
be
to be. I
great.
like that. There's a bit of a game show element every time we play together.
Here, I will. I'm gonna use one of these.
I still can't untaste how gross that cereal combo was.
Oh yeah, the
It ruined Halloween a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'll never eat that soup again. No, I won't.
Or that cereal.
Oh,
it did
did I
seem,
say soup?
It tasted like soup. All right, what do you want to do next?
Let's do Italian wedding.
Great choice.
There you go.
I'm super excited to try that.
You're super excited.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. But yes, now that you said it that
You're
way,
so clever,
absolutely.
Mark. You're so
I'm
clever.
not. You're clever. You called it out.
I did.
Don't give me the credit for this. I don't deserve it.
No, it's your show, man. I'm just.
That's
It's your
cool.
world. I'm just living in it.
Listen, I'm Ken. You're Barbie. Get used to it, okay? Which means that you're not going to be
I am.
nominated for an Academy Award, unfortunately. But,
But I was
will
nominated
be.
for an Oscar. So.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's that.
At the Oscar station.
Yes.
Open Thursday nights from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay.
You're a
let me get-
trained professional.
I really am. I love.
I've never tried this one before.
Oh, really? I love Italian wedding. Have you had Italian wedding
Yes, I
soup
have.
before? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was still a very picky eater, this was one of my gateway drugs.
Was it?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, okay, I can get down with the spinach in there. I love meatballs. I love whatever, and it's like pretty simple and basic. For those of you who've never tried, it's pretty much just little pearl noodles, meatballs, some what's it called? And they use chicken meatballs, I think. in
Yeah,
this one.
chicken meatballs. Yep. And
Carrots and
spinach and,
spinach?
Yep. It's a nice light soup too.
Yeah.
The meatballs are good.
I love that this is so flavorful that and look, I think we all know I'm generally, I wouldn't call myself quite a hater of the packaged good, but if I can, I prefer a homemade version, but I am pleasantly surprised that everything I've tasted so far is way better than I thought it was going to be.
Good. That's why we're doing this.
Yeah. Open my eyes.
That's right.
I'm sure somebody's watching this like, well, I'm not that discerning. This is probably good. The only thing I would add to these so far is like ground pepper.
I would add salt because, like I said, I'm a salt fiend.
That's
but
okay.
Yeah.
Well, did we knock the paper towels down?
I never even saw paper towels.
Nope, never mind. They're off camera now. They're too far away. And Lucky's not in here to hand them to us.
All right. What do you want
Okay.
to try next? Your choice. We got a chicken noodle over here, autumn squash.
I'm least excited about chicken noodle, but you know which one I've been thinking about the whole time? We've been
The black
talk-
bean? I've
Yeah.
never had that one either.
It sounds good.
All
It could be, again, I'm here for all the unique, weird ones.
Let's try it.
Yeah, so far my favorite of the 4 or 5 that we've tried. Well, no, I haven't tried the 5th one.
You like the lemon chicken the most,
The
right?
lemon chicken is just hitting on so many. It hit across the board. It hit a little something unique. The texture is great. Ooh, that looks fun. Kind of just looks like refried black beans right now.
Which I'm all about some refried beans.
Yeah, I gotta admit though, the soup crackers we got
Yeah, I was excited about those.
from a chili brand that has personally blocked me on all social media, kind of stale. Not really, just not feeling it. And we checked the expiration date; they're still good.
They're not good. These are not good.
Yeah,
No,
that's disappointing.
it is.
Ooh, this is a big, thick one. Okay, I'm just
Well,
gonna put
it's
like
also
a fat.
gotten cold as well. Please warm up your soup to the appropriate temperature before you eat it. It will make a difference. We need
This
to get
is
Mark a
funny,
microwave. Can I start like a GoFundMe to
microwave.
get you a podcast
Yes.
microwave?
Here's my Venmo on the bottom.
Okay, yeah, everybody send $1 for this microwave. Ooh,
It tastes like refried black
It
beans
does
too.
taste like
That
refried
rips.
beans.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Maybe when it's hotter, it's thinner.
it has to be. Yeah,
But I don't think so. We took it out. It was
Maybe
still
not.
kind of similar texture. I'm not saying that as a knock. I'm
good.
saying that if you have that thing where people are like, well, that's not soup texture, let that go.
yeah.
It's
This
a
tastes like
thicker-
a side dish from a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Legit, the seasonings and everything
Honestly, I
Yeah.
kind of want to just like put this.
on some nachos.
It tastes great though.
Very good.
But yeah, it definitely has that kind of taco seasoning flavor. Little cumin, chili pea in the words of Jesse Pinkman.
Good soup.
Yeah.
Good soup. How have we not said that
Oh
yet?
my gosh. And he's here now, Adam Driver.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, that's really okay. Can I start my Adam Driver? Every time you're in, I have a new conspiracy theory. I love Adam Driver. Very talented actor. Seems like a pretty cool guy so far.
Yeah.
I think he's part giant. That's my theory.
Is he? How tall is he?
I don't know, but he has features that I find with people that have. I don't know what the clinical term is.
giantism.
Is it giantism?
Yeah.
Okay. But he has that, and then he also has the
Hey,
giant voice.
he might be. he's
And I was watching, what triggered this is I was watching, in my opinion, the last good Tim Burton film, Big Fish, 2003.
Ooh,
Great movie.
That's a flashback. Yeah.
Right? Sorry, Tim Burton, but I just miss who you used to be before money ruined it. Like most art.
Yeah.
Anyway, he definitely has the same voice as the giant guy in that movie, who's an actual giant, right? That dude was like 8 feet tall or whatever they cast in the movie.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there, I was like, oh, damn, they got some similar features. And then I'm like, I'm going to start the rumor that Adam Driver's a giant.
Maybe he's like half giant, like Hagrid.
That would be even better. He does seem kind of magical. And he knows how to use the Force and probably hates that we know him for Star Wars.
That's probably
Yeah,
so,
this
but
was like,
that's.
I don't want to do another Star Wars film.
Does he not like money?
No, he
I
just
mean,
likes good soup.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody, by Adam Driver ASMR soup episode.
Oh my God,
All right, well,
that's great.
this is so nice. You got it twice, so we got to go Mexican
I
style.
did.
I feel like that'll go. Oh, you know what? That's a dumb choice.
I think I had a stroke when I did that. I don't
that's
know what
okay. You're
happened.
allowed to. You know what? Let's go autumn squash.
Okay,
Because
good,
you haven't
'cause,
tried. Let's go
yeah,
back to
this
back on ones you
one-
haven't tried.
Smelled really, really good.
I like squash soup. I like pumpkin soup. I think that has both in there.
It does. It's pumpkin is listed first above squash in the ingredients list, which means it has more pumpkin than it does squash.
Good. That's great. Listen, anybody that says they hate pumpkin is either a liar or not someone you should associate with.
This does smell really good.
Yeah. Look, even
She be
cooling
thick.
off. Yeah, right? I can hear it.
Thick.
That's what Megan the Stallion was writing
Oh,
about.
God of mercy, help me, Jesus. Oh, goodness.
Wet ass
No,
soupy.
no.
It's
no,
soupy.
No. Oh, my God. All right.
I listen to female rappers, okay? This is real feminism, Jayna. Is it amazing? I'm just pouring. I'm letting it rip.
This is good soup. This one.
How many good soups out of 10?
That's it. 10 out of 10.
Oh, baby.
I thought I hated squash. You see autumn squash, I'm like, ew, why would anybody eat that?
And I feel like this is going to be the first time I wanted to use these
Yeah, I think so too.
weirdly again, I can't stress enough that these are still in date per the packaging,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's still going to help.
It's kind of sweet because of the pumpkin.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cinnamony.
I think that's why it's autumn, right?
Cinnamony.
Cinnamony.
Yeah.
I'm in.
There's ginger.
It pairs really well with the Olipop ginger ale too
Okay,
for
well,
that
oh,
reason.
duh, yeah.
Shout out Olipop.
Wow, this will be my lunch today. The autumn squash and the
Okay, hear me
Olipop
out.
ginger ale.
Here's what we're doing next fall.
What are we doing?
As I'm wiping this drip that I thought was going to fall on the table, and then I made fall on the table on accident.
We're finger painting now.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Wow, holy shit, it looks like jungle. We're gonna make every year, and I've seen it imitated often, which is crazy because I just stole this idea from someone else that did it well. But every year I do a Thanksgiving leftover sandwich. And it's always like a big deal, but I do it like kind of grilled cheese style. So usually my basic setup was like leftover turkey. A lot of people like to add either mashed potatoes or the stuffing to it. I don't think that's the right move. I have a great idea for how I'm doing my bread this year, but I won't say that part. But the point is, effectively, you've got like a turkey, cranberry sauce, and grilled cheese, okay? And I like brie on it. Brie works really well. It does. It melts pretty, it's already mostly melty. Very handy. And then what I would like to do is use this instead of tomato soup as the dipper. You get a little bit of that sweetness. I think it pairs really, really well. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this one's awesome.
Very surprised by this.
It hits a totally different end of soup for me, but I would put it's at least my number 2 so far.
This is number 1 for me so far.
Yeah. I think it was
which I'm very surprised by.
I'm glad. This wasn't just for me. It was also to broaden your horizons.
It was. I mean, I sell them, so I've eaten a lot of them, but, I don't want soup for lunch every day.
You know what's funny is I know we brought all the spoons so we could do the hygiene thing. We both keep doing the same thing where I kept the serving spoon. And
that's fine. I just put them kind of,
it's fine.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, it's fine. Listen, the audience can not be a jerk.
Which one do you want to do next?
I picked the last one, so I think you should pick the next one.
Let's do lobster bisque.
Oh, lobster bisque. That sounds good. And I say we go Mexican style street corn after that.
That one is fire, I'm telling you. The Mexican street corn is yummy.
No surprise. We love a little elote. Oh, that one looks good too.
This one is good.
I think I asked you the other day when we were setting this up, I was like, do you even like seafood?
I do.
Which is weird that I talk to you only in that voice. Hey, Jayna.
Yeah, he does. It's really, really disturbing.
What's
I don't.
salami like?
Hey, Jayna, it's me, Mark. How you doing?
Oh, the sipping and the slurping starts. Oh my God, I'm the can.
You are the Campbell's soup can. Yep. Hello down there. It's me, your podcast host.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, hey, Timmy. Like, leave me alone, sir. I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah. Leave a comment down below if you think the Campbell's soup can is creepy. Because we do.
Leave a comment down below if you think that you wish the Campbell's soup can was your roommate.
I was walking. You want to hear a funny story about that?
Of course I do.
I was walking past a bunch of, I don't know, they were like in their late teens, early 20s. They were all staring at the Campbell's soup can like it was going to like give them some prophetic message.
Yeah.
And I looked at him with a dead serious face and I said, if you say his name 3 times, you'll see his face in your sleep. And I just walked away.
Well, that's true, though.
Oh.
We can't tell them this
Try
right.
it. It's like Bloody Mary, Campbell's soup, Campbell's soup, Campbell's soup. Yeah.
Tomato soup, tomato.
They were cracking up. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, he wouldn't show up. I kept calling him tomato soup. And you're like, yeah, you didn't say his name right.
This would be much better if it was hot.
I don't even know if I know I'm talking so that they don't have to see the face you made. I'm actually not finishing that sample. That one's not good.
Next.
Sorry, lobster bisque. Listen, they got to have a lose every. That also kind of has that, whatever the cream they used in the wild rice one is in that times 10. I don't know.
That's not a good lobster flavor.
Panera,
I'm not trying.
Panera, look at my body.
I'm not trying to hurt my sales, but it's not my favorite.
Look at me. Know that I've eaten bisques. Look how much of this I left in here.
Yeah.
Almost all of it. I'm sorry, Panera. This is why the internet jokes about you being hospital food. Just kidding.
Panera?
Oh, you haven't seen those memes?
No.
Yeah. Well, I won't actually start a war.
They joke about Panera being
Oh my
hospital
gosh,
food?
it's like the most running joke. Yeah, you're like, oh, did you want to pay $12 for Hop's hospital sandwich?
Oh no, I don't ever go to a Panera. Ever.
No, and that's okay. I'm assuming this is probably a separate wing of the company.
I'm sure.
But I know someone right now is just like, just take the cinnamon crunch bagel and get out of here, Borson. Oof.
All right. I think you'll like this one a lot better.
I feel confident in that too. It looks delicious. Ooh, it smells really nice. This actually smells like this has enough intense spice in it that I'm actually surprised you like it. I don't mean that.
It's not very
mean.
spicy.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm
no,
sorry. I
no,
was like,
I'm,
I hope
I'm,
that
a,
didn't
I'm a
come off
sissy when
bad.
it comes to spice. Everybody knows it.
But it's like, well, yeah, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I'm gonna get a couple of these guys.
This is their newest flavor.
This is their new one? Okay.
Sorry, it's all ice
The
cold.
lobster bisque was so bad, I literally got rid of my stack of plates. That's how mad I am at
This
it.
will make up for it. This is a good one.
Yeah.
I like to put like those crunchy little tortilla strips, like for salads. I like to put that inside of here. This one's good. Very good.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got a little kick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's a winner. Mexican style street corn chowder.
Yeah. You get that. Like, there's some red peppers.
There is.
Are those potatoes, too?
Oh, yeah, there's potatoes. It's fire roasted corn, poblano peppers, and potatoes. With
that's-
cilantro, lime, and chili pepper.
It's great.
Yeah.
It hits a lot of those notes.
And I hate cilantro, and I don't even taste it in this soup. This is good.
Oh, I won't tell you that I taste it somewhat noticeably.
I don't, because I'm one of those people where cilantro tastes like soap to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I believe they call those people with weak bloodlines.
Whatever, Mark.
I have a theory about Adam Driver being a giant. No. I have a theory about durian, but I do think that durian is like the cilantro thing. You know how, like, you know, durian, world's most notorious stinky fruit.
Oh, it's bad.
I think it tastes great, personally.
I've never tried it, but I will tell you.
It will smell like a corpse until you take that bite. And then you're like, oh, damn, the best tropical fruit flavor I've ever had.
So we sell durian in the international produce section.
Yeah.
We keep it frozen, but every once in a while they'll get a whole one out and they'll cut it, right, to wrap it up to sell it frozen. And I was sitting, we have a break room area, right, that look over like upstairs above the international produce area. And I was sitting up there eating lunch one day and I was like, I started sniffing. I was like, oh my God, it smells like there's a gas leak. Okay. I started to get a headache. And then I'm like, oh, the building's going to explode. No, they were cutting durian downstairs. Yeah. It was so potent. It literally made my head hurt. It was bad.
I think Phil, in one of the early episodes of the show, told a story similar to that, where he's like, there's like a running gag. He's like, is it a gas leak or is it
I'm
durian?
serious. I really did. And then
it
I
does
thought,
smell like that, too.
You know how like right before you have a stroke or certain things happen to your body, you smell weird things like burning toast
Okay,
and
I've
stuff.
always heard that. And anytime I smell anything burnt, I'm just like raising both my hands and reciting my address.
Me too. I was like, oh, Jesus, don't take me right now.
I really, by the way, I'm going to mention them one last time, but I'm normally picky about my ginger ales.
Yes.
And I thought I wasn't going to like this as much because it was very ginger forward. So heads up to anybody. But like, I know it reminds me of things like a late one, or they call it Ale 8 here because people can't read in the Midwest. It says it on the bottle. I'm not the jerk. You are. But anyway, it reminded me more of like a way more potent ginger ale. And I was like, oh, because I'm generally a Canada Dry guy. I want the sweet before the tang. Yep. I kind of changed my mind a little bit.
Yeah, no, thanks for letting me try that. That is
of course. And the
stuff.
other flavors, they have a bunch of fruit flavors. Those are the ones I've been like obsessing over.
Oh, yeah, I want
They
to try
have a
those
grape
too.
one.
Ooh.
It tastes like grape juice, not like grape soda, which
Really?
that hit
I love anything grape.
spectacularly for me. We gotta go broccoli cheddar. Or, you know what? No, this is everybody's favorite. We should go
That's
broccoli
the number one.
last.
That's the big papa right there.
I'm afraid of the clam chowder now. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it. We might as well. It can't be worse than the lobster.
It could be, actually, now
no,
that you said that.
I don't think so, man. Did you see the face I made?
Yes, I
was
did.
revolted.
And I purposely cut it out of the video.
Good. Please.
Excuse me. The soup's got me all choked up today.
So this is a New England clam chowder.
Is that the red or the white? I can never remember. What is that, Ace Ventura?
Oh, that just made me think of the line. Excuse me, what's your soup du jour? It's the soup of the day. That sounds good. I'll have that.
So still Jim Carrey. So yeah. Mm-hmm. I just saw out in
it is
Toys.
still Jim Carrey.
I saw in Toys, they're calling them vuzzles, but they're VHS tape box puzzles. And Dumb and Dumber was one of the movies.
Nice.
But I imagine that would be a really hard puzzle because that poster is like 80% just static, flat white.
Yes, yeah.
You're like, all right, well, we got Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels done.
Classic
all right, here we go.
Movie. Classic. It's better than the lobster.
Yeah.
Are you a clam guy? You like clams?
I like it in chowder for sure.
You like fried clams?
I've never had fried clams.
What?
I know. As a person that grew up near a shore, it's like insane.
So good. We eat fried clams at my house all the time. Pop them in the air fryer. Yes.
It sounds good. I'm down. Way better.
Good clam chowder.
And funny enough, that's one of the ones that was served coldest so far.
Yeah, that one's like.
And I was like, oh no, that's still delicious.
Not even room temperature. That's colder than room temperature, but it's
it
still
is
good.
kind of weirdly. And we put this in like like an Oppenheimer microwave.
We did. It was
right?
like a nuclear kitchen-powered
It was
kitchen
kind of
level
amazing.
microwave.
I love when we're done with this how we get to feed everybody else soup today.
Oh yes, they will be very happy about
Yeah.
that. Can you put this on your side
Of
over there?
course, yeah. I was gonna say you've got
thank
like
you.
40 of them over
I
here.
know. I was trying to like show them off as we were getting down.
No, it's
all right, chicken noodle, creamy tomato, or chicken tortilla.
Let's go. Let me think of the breakdown. I actually think we should go. Let's go noodle, tomato, tortilla.
There you go. Okay.
And then we'll close
Ooh, it
on a
squirted
creamy
on me.
bois. Don't acknowledge it, Mark. Yeah, we got like a whole carrot in there. This was cooked by, I've got multiple drinks. I always like to make fun of myself for this.
Yeah.
This is my type of neurodivergence.
Oh, I'm the same one. I have 2 drinks.
Yeah, all the time.
have to.
It was sad to find out you're a Diet Coke, not a Coke Zero person, but that's okay.
Well, you have converted me to Mountain Dew Zero.
See?
I do, as opposed to Diet Mountain
And
Dew.
I even told you that one of my hot takes right now is that I really like the way Pepsi reformulated their diet line.
I am not a Pepsi fan.
A lot of people are very, how shall I say, specific with their Pepsi choices
it's
and
too
feelings.
sweet. No, just
That's
not
why I
for
think
me.
it works really well in the diet world. To be
I'll
honest
have to.
with you,
I might have to try it.
the Max or whatever the new one is called.
Yeah.
It's based on the HBO streaming service.
HBO Max, Pepsi Max.
I'm kind of an equal opportunity soda enjoyer though.
This is a good, just basic chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy about it, but it's not bad.
No, but I would say again I would eat this over like a can. Like a
Oh yeah,
condensed
this
can.
was better than the broth is really good.
And again, the smallest piece of chicken I found so far in this
they're
is
huge.
almost the size of my entire
I mean,
spoon.
look, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, big chunks of chicken.
And the giant carrots too. Like seriously, the little Looney Tunes witch is brewing right now. You know, Bugs is in the pot.
Yes. What was her name?
I know
Oh,
she did have a name. I just know the voice.
Brunhilde?
Probably
Something like that.
that feels like witch titling.
I might have made that up.
Nope, still stale. Sorry, crackers.
Yeah, they're still bad. All right. Next. We're trying to stay on our time limit. Less talking, more eating.
We're almost out. We did it.
We are. We have made quite the mess. Here, have that.
That's not too bad. Listen, yesterday we had raw fish in here. I think we'll be all right.
You did? Were you doing sushi or what?
It was Scandinavian, so like pickled herring.
How is that?
Delicious.
Really?
Honestly, look, I like seafood. I don't think I like it as much as true seafood fanatics.
Yeah.
Like, I love fish. I love shrimp. You know, I'm like down on the lobster and the crab thing. But when we start getting into the weeds a little bit, I'm kind of like, if it tastes too oceany,
Yeah.
I'm just hyper aware of it being ocean graveyard flavor,
I
right?
gotcha.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
do you know how many dead bodies are in here? That's definitely part of the soup. Okay. Even a little pinch of salt, you can taste it. You know what I'm saying?
You're not
So I'm like,
wrong.
oh yeah,
You're
there's a
not
lot
wrong.
of, is that Amelia Earhart's plane? You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And I just become hyper aware of it in that regard. So I probably should eat more of it and get past that. So the reason I'm saying all of this is because when I tried all of the pickled fish, I was like, why do I love this? And it's still, the pickling doesn't bring it out. It's like the same amount of fishiness, as it were. Oh, I almost did it again.
You're good.
The same amount of fishiness, but there was good. There's one in particular that was like a herring in a mustard sauce.
Yeah. Really good?
Yeah, and
Okay.
this is a bad take, but like the mustard sauce almost reminded me of like Wendy's honey mustard.
Really? I might have to try that one day.
I mean it in the best way possible. I was like,
Okay.
I can't believe I love this. This is pretty good, by the way.
The tomato soup is one of my go-tos. I put cheddar cheese combos in it instead of crackers, and
Power
it's like
move.
a grilled cheese with tomato soup.
That's a great idea, actually. I was thinking
can't-
Cheez-Its.
I can't take credit for that, but it's a good one.
That is good, and it's chunky.
It is, and
Which
it's a little sweet.
Yeah, but not too sweet.
No,
Again, not very salty.
No.
I'm very happy about that.
yes, it's not a pureed tomato soup. It does have a little bit of
Like, there's some pieces.
bit
in
of
here.
body to it. Yeah,
Me too, soup. Me
it's
too.
it's good tomato soup.
Soup.
See, I've had this hot like 1,000 times. It tastes much different when it's cold.
Does it really taste that much
But
different?
No, a little bit. Yeah,
I think, and the thing
you
is,
go.
these aren't
Put that
cold.
over
They're
there.
just like not as hot as they were 35 minutes
They're room
ago.
temp.
Yeah.
They're not right off the shelf.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm dumb.
You want to add that to our collection?
Yes, I will gladly add it. Oh, gosh. I almost knock it over.
The chicken
All right.
tortilla is really
Chicken
good
tortilla?
too. Yep, chicken tortilla.
Let's do it.
I'm going to add it right on top of my tomato because I'm living dangerously today.
That actually sounds like that would probably taste good. Because the tomato is just like a hint of little extra action. I can see it being pretty close to some tortilla action.
Yeah.
Have you tried this one before,
I have.
by the
I've
way?
eaten it before for lunch, yeah.
This was another one I thought was going to rank pretty high. Ooh, we got some nice black beans in there.
Yep.
I see
meat
some
chicken,
more corn. Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like I always feel so dumb in these things where I'm like, oh, we're trying food. Wow, there's chicken in it. But like, I don't know. I guess if it were me and watching, I'd be like, oh, how is the soup? Oh, he likes it? Okay, why does he like it?
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
roasted.
it's actually got real product in it?
It does. Roasted poblano peppers, corn, black beans, tomatoes with a kick of chili peppers, and a hint of cumin and lime.
Okay, so this is... Now I'm like, I like the Mexican style street corn. I love this. There's similar flavor profiles, but I just like that this is a little more like tomato forward.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
You want more of that lobster?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I
Go
was
ahead.
like, oh, I
Finish
just
it
thought
off.
it was... Personally, just thought it was like Pepto with pollock. That's an impressive bowl stack we got going.
That is. I doubled up, so I didn't like... I don't have the full stack, but...
Oh, see, I only did it because I hate the planet, and I'm trying to destroy it with styrofoam.
Just made me think of the Captain Planet theme song. I don't know why.
He's our hero, gonna take pollution down to zero.
Yeah, all right.
All right, which ring
That
would you
was great.
which ring would you have
That was
of
great.
the 5?
Oh, probably Earth.
I think my unfortunate answer is heart. That's like the most underrated power of all of them, but I
it
think that
is,
is
but
actually
that's like
my actual superpower.
Is it heart?
I think so. I mean, look at people talk to
Is
me.
yours
They seem pretty
enlarged
happy.
or like
Yes,
really?
That's how my doctor words it. I'm like, I have a big heart.
I had to, Mark. I had to.
I love it. No, I was prepared.
That was funny. All right.
Anyway, how'd you enjoy your last appearance?
The last time I was on here, I called you a giant tool. Remember?
That was great.
Remember
that did numbers.
And you still brought me back.
Yeah, I know. Right? Listen.
I know how to get what I want.
That's my kind of emotional manipulation. Thanks, Jayna.
Oh, that's great. We have a good time together, Mark.
Yeah, we do. I enjoyed this.
All right.
Thank you so much.
No,
this
thank
is the
you.
one you want to hear something funny? This is the one I'm like the least excited to try.
Why? You don't like
Because
broccoli?
everybody loves it. I don't know why I don't love broccoli as much as everybody else.
I am a big, big broccoli fan.
I have a feeling I got forced to eat it once at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And then in my head, I'm still just beating that psychology, right?
It's good.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
It's great.
It's
Favorite.
pretty much like if you were like, what if we made cheese dip
Yeah.
and put a little bit of broccoli in it?
More or less. Yes.
I mean, I don't think that's a wrong
It's got a little bit of carrot in it. So it's chopped broccoli, shredded carrot, select seasonings simmered in a velvety smooth cheese sauce.
It is a
Look at
velvety
that.
smooth cheese sauce.
It is.
Hold on. I'm like,
Try
is
it.
it the same?
Maybe. Oh, you might be onto something.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, that's what that tastes like. Eat a shitty cracker.
Shitty cracker.
Here's if you want
Okay.
to do it too. No. They're pretty different.
They are.
That's like now especially that's
Yeah.
way more Alfredo
It
mac
is.
and cheese tasting.
Yes.
So now I really want to try the broccoli and cheese.
The broccoli
mac.
and cheese mac and cheese. There you go.
That's so many words. Like who named this?
My favorite thing to do with the broccoli cheddar is to pour it over a baked potato
Oh my god.
and then put extra shredded cheese on top. I had that for dinner.
It sounds
last
amazing.
week. It was so good.
Okay, so do you mash up the
super good.
potato at all first, or you just open it?
No, I mash it.
Okay.
Like you gotta
I just want to make sure. I've
Yeah.
seen some criminals on the internet who just like cut
they
it
cut
open.
it in half. No.
Yeah,
no,
I'm like,
no,
what are you doing?
No.
Oh no, baby, what are you doing?
That's too much work. Then you gotta like scoop it out.
Yeah, and I feel like when you try to mix it after the fact, it's gonna just be a nightmare.
It does.
I'm like, we need, I'm sitting here, I'm like Rembrandt trying to spread stuff on my food.
Or Bob Ross over here.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's not cheese sauce. That's a happy little accident.
Happy little clown.
We have an extra lid. Oh,
Is that the lobster?
I don't honestly.
I put the lobster lid on the broccoli. Oh no! I put the
the
worst one on
humanity.
the best one. Oh, my
That's actually
goodness.
really funny. Okay, yeah, let's do that as a wrap up for the segment. What was your favorite we tried today?
I'm going to go with the squash, believe it or not.
I think that's a great choice.
It was an underdog, and it really, really surprised me.
I was very pleased to see you open your mind. Oh, there's the timer, so we don't run out of space on the camera.
Oh my God, that was perfect timing, actually.
You love that. Listen, behind the scenes, that's how I know.
you go.
If Lucky can't be in here to watch the camera, I'll make sure.
All right, so squash, what are you going with?
I think I'm going to go back to the Greek style lemon chicken.
All right,
Is my favorite.
We'll put it on top here.
But the squash.
With the squash.
The squash
There you go. There's
is a
our
close
choices.
second. Yeah, it might not even be in
Broccoli
frame right
cheddar.
now.
Probably
but if not,
but that's okay.
That's okay. Well,
We
Jayna,
tried.
thanks for being here. Looking forward to it. We'll visit you in the deli for the Super Bowl.
Yes, please do. Come see us.
Yes, you won't be stressed out, I'm sure.
No.
A half pound of cheese at a time of stress.
No, we'll be fine. Shout out real quick to my staff. They are amazing. Joe, Angie, Eli, Sonny, Sam, Key, Cam, and Sarah.
Ricky, Bobby, and the other one.
I might have forgot. Oh God, if I forgot someone, they're gonna fire me.
Belle Biv DeVoe. All right. Thank you, Jayna.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Jayna, you're the best. Thanks for coming on. Happy Super Bowl, everyone. Listen, I'm trying to think of a couple other things. Everybody who came out to Pickle Wars this weekend, thank you. It was amazing. Maybe I'll drop a clip in here for you, but if not, it's all over our socials. AJ had a great idea. I'm glad I got to be a part of it. Huge shout out to my buddy Ralph at Ben B. Schwartz Produce, who was a huge part of making this happen, as well as all the other brands like Izzy's, Pickled Paradise, Amy's Gourmet Pickles, Cleveland, is it Cleveland Pickle Company? I'm forgetting the name. Sorry, Josh. I don't remember all the names. The point is they're on the website, and I love you all. I'm so glad I got to try and meet a lot of you. I hope everybody that was here had fun. It seemed like you all had a great time. That was very cool. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm trying to think of what else is coming up down the pipeline. You know what? Check. We've got some events coming up upstairs. April and her team with Chef James and Chef Logan. They've got some new fancy dinners coming up. I believe the next one is bourbon or whiskey adjacent. I know they're doing something about the Nile later. There's all kinds of cool stuff coming up here. We're cooking up all kinds of fun things. I'm really glad to be a part of it. So, as always, thank you for listening to the show. I hope you're all doing well. And if not, don't tell me, because let's pretend I'm going toxic positivity this year. No, hope you're well. Come in and see me. If there's something you want to try, I've always got some samples in here. I'd love to meet you. And on that, I'll see you out there in the aisles.
The Jungle Gyms podcast is recorded in the WJJI studio inside Jungle Gyms International Market in Fairfield, Ohio. The Jungle Gyms podcast is produced and hosted by Mark Borison.